How's it going, Chuck?
Pretty good.
It's Little Norway Festival weekend. Woohoo!
It's the Little Norway / Mayfest festival in town.
We have.
And it's beautiful weather.
Oh yeah, I think
great.
this is the best one. It was raining last year. It was nice the year before that, but not.
Everybody's out and about. Cars are driving back and forth.
It's a busy weekend. We even have an ambassador from.
Oh yeah, the ambassador, the Norwegian ambassador was visiting. And
well, he's
rode in the Viking ship in the parade yesterday.
With Governor Scott Walker. That was pretty cool.
Walker, yes.
What do we got going?
Well, we kind of took a break today, although we are going to put some more penetrating resin on those pieces.
We have to get something done on the boat every day.
This is the last of the plywood from inside Lealea.
And inside, that's not really in the interior. That's
no,
in
this is from
the cockpit.
This is from the lazarette, the far aftermost locker. And these pieces, and I think of this way. So these pieces of support this. Those pieces support this piece. This is the floor for that locker. And this is the aftermost bulkhead that goes under the cockpit. Like that.
The really yucky, moldy side in.
That being the stern, the transom is back there about not a little bit longer, a little bit farther than my arm is long, all the way back to the behind this bulkhead.
Stretched way out with your tongue sticking out just right.
Yeah,
because you happen to know that.
Going forward is the shaft alley to the engine, and underneath the cockpit sole back here. So, but this is the last piece that we have to have duplicated. These last pieces.
And those won't take Andy very long at all to get them cut.
Yeah, well, actually, I could cut them if I had the.
Some of the wood.
I had the wood here. I could probably cut all these.
Well, heck, should we go pick up I guess we should go pick up a sheet of plywood from Andy on Monday then, so you can get them cut out. There's no point in paying him to do it if we can do it.
No, we can do it right here.
There we
it's
go.
just a simple, saber saw cut.
So what do we got going on inside?
Well, come on in and take a look.
Get out of the noise going.
There is no point in showing in videos the process that we're going through here. We've done it over and over and over and over again, and we're going to continue to do it over and over and over again.
We figure most folks are getting tired of it. We know we sure are.
It's 3 coats of sealer and primer, penetrating resin, penetrating epoxy, and then 3 coats of paint, or paint and varnish.
Yeah, so these are their last and final coats on this side.
Yeah, this is 3 coats on this side, and now we flip them over, and there's 3 coats on the other side of penetrating resin.
Yeah.
And they get 3 coats on the edges each time. So the edges of the plywood each get 6 coats of penetrating epoxy, primer, and sealer, and then 3 coats. In this case, it'll be 3 coats of white paint.
Yeah. And these pieces here, ooh, do we want to show them? Mm-hmm. Lift that up. So that's the back side.
Hold on a second. Okay, and this is the back side. Is the
careful.
This is the back side. It's the inside of the locker. Can you see that good enough?
Yeah, that's the inside of the galley locker.
This is the inside of the galley. It goes like this.
Yeah, I was just going to say, turn
That's
around.
the bottom. This is the bottom. These are ventilation holes down here.
Which we added.
Which we added in. This is under the sink. This is the sink side. And there's going to be a sliding door here to fill this.
And we're not going to talk about that because it's something that Andy's come up with, and it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, that's going to be neat. So it's going to be a well-ventilated locker, and of course it's gotten 3 coats of penetrating epoxy and sealer on both sides. And then flip it over, and this is the side that's going to get varnished.
Yeah, so those are ready to varnish. They've received their final sanding before I go ahead and start varnishing it. But we wanted to finish the back side first before we varnished.
Yeah, this area here is going to get painted, but it's also going to get insulation glued on. So we're not really worried too much about this part. This is the slider for the Companionway steps.
Yep.
There's a one step there, it slides down in. True.
And we're not changing that.
Engine
We've got
cover.
that piece over here.
Yeah, the engine cover is the same. It's going to be the same.
So we're going to recut that. I know you didn't want to, but the color's too different not to. Here, have a look. I know you've been asking why we're going to
like
recut.
this.
I know. I was just trying to set it up there.
Okay, so this is the Companionway step that we made in Port Townsend in 2007.
2007. So
This step here is from the original.
the original, and we're going to try our darndest to keep that.
Yeah.
But the back piece there, the difference in the color is just too much from the new stuff.
And this is
And
the,
that's the insulation we are going to have to add. Gosh, that stuff is expensive.
I just want to use the same one. This thing is in perfectly fine shape.
I know,
It's
but
only a slightly different color, and if you wanted it to match, we could paint it. As I have said repeatedly, there is no reason to make a new one of those. That thing is in perfectly fine shape. Yes, dear. And then there are these pieces from the Galley. These need to be sanded and stained, and sealer, primer, penetrating epoxy applied, especially to the edges. And then they needed to be varnished. Right?
yeah, yeah.
Varnished on.
So quick, sounds so easy, don't it?
Yeah. I think this one needs varnish on both sides, and this one only needs varnish on one side.
Yeah. But then
But varnish
it'll
or
need,
paint.
Yeah, varnish or paint, one or the other.
Look at it this way: if we get it wrong, it's better to get it wrong by putting the varnish where it should be paint, than putting the paint where it should be varnish.
I'll consider a small miracle if we get through all of this and don't have one piece that we didn't quite get it right.
Well, like I said, if we're going to get it wrong, I'd rather get it wrong putting varnish where it should be paint.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That's that. Looking good. Getting there. Our story is one piece every day, no matter how small.
Some bit of progress.
Got to get on something.
Some bit of progress. We've been slowed down by a few things, but right now it's looking
Chris
good.
dropped by the other day, and the bulkheads are almost finished.
The bulkheads have been built, and he's just putting a sanding on them so that they'll be nice and smooth. One side ready for paint, the other side ready for varnish.
Cool. Can't wait to
I hope
get
he got it
started on
right.
those.
I'm
know.
sure he did. What?
Of course he'll get it right.
Of course he got it right.
All right, so we're going to get a coat of something on here this afternoon, and then probably head back up and go check out a little bit more of the Little Norway Festival.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to do...
And there's softball game going on all day up the road too, so we should go check that out.
softball tournament?
Uh-huh.
Sounds good.
Cool. Well, let's have some lunch and get going.
All right.
All right. Woo! off.